Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Homestead. This is the Dust to Dust Homestead. My name is Josh, and it is day one of our October-thon 30-day vlog video challenge. And we're headed up to pasture right now. I'm taking a couple bales of hay up to the cows, make sure they're fed, check their feed, check their water gap, make sure everything's good to go at the first of this month anyways. And but we woke up to something kind of surprising down there at the homestead, and caught us off guard, so to speak. And I'm gonna throw you back to a video of that real quick that I shot earlier, and then we'll catch back up with you here up at the pasture here in a few minutes. Well guys, it's happened. The frost hit us pretty hard this morning. We had our sheets out, we had it covered, but for some reason it just didn't help, and it got hit pretty hard, a pretty hard freeze, which is kind of weird because it got almost 80 degrees today. So unfortunately, we're in a big swing in the weather. Our temperature has been dipping over 40 degrees at night apparently, and now we are left with a dead garden. All my pumpkin plants, as you can see, are just destroyed. Look at that, just a goner. Good gravy. I guess we're gonna have to harvest the pumpkins that have started to turn color and hope for the best. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 over here that have started to turn color, and I think we have 5 over here. Let's take a peek. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one over there is slightly turning color, so it might work, but we're gonna have to just harvest them. I guess we'll this one here got a little bit froze right there on top. You see that little freckles? It got froze last night, so it might not make it at all, but we're gonna harvest them, probably put them in the greenhouse, and hopefully they can continue to ripen, as they are not quite there. They're supposed to be pink, and they're looking a little bit kind of a peach color, I guess, which is kind of cool, but not what we wanted, but it's gonna be what it is, as the weather will dip into the freezing conditions off and on for the next 10 to 15 days from what the weatherman says. However, in the 70s, maybe even the 80s for the highs. So we're having some weird conditions still. Oh man, look at the potatoes over here, guys, real quick. I'll get this little video taken care of, and then we're gonna head up to the cows. But anyways, even our potatoes, guys, these were covered with sheets. Everything was just, it looked good even this morning. And I come back from work and it's just rolled over. So it did get frosted. I didn't see any frost visually. Look at these little taters, just destroyed. So I'm guessing it must have just been a freeze, a dry freeze. I guess, as you can see, our zucchinis are pretty well done for the year, and we got a few we got to harvest this evening. But oh man, this is backwards, guys. We are it's like the end is the beginning, or the beginning of the end, I guess, whichever way you want to say it. But we're rolling backwards this year. October's kind of come in with a little bit of a different attitude, and with these freezes, warm temperatures, kind of makes for some crazy days. My sunflowers are drooping pretty hard, so it's pretty well over in here. We're gonna go ahead and do what we got to do, but looks like the garden has already come to an end. Well, looks like the garden going kaput on us first thing in the month is just right on par with everything this year, so we're just playing it backwards. The cows are clearly excited about me being here, and they're ready to get some hay. Not looking too bad yet, but man, it's October 1st, guys, and we're already feeding hay. My goodness, guys, it is so dusty up here. I just can't hardly stand it. Look at that. And you know it's dusty when I'm thinking it's dusty. Good grief. Look at that. Well, everybody's got a little pile of hay to chew on for a while, and we're gonna walk up, check the water gap, make sure they got water, and be grateful for another day. Well, as I'm walking up here, guys, I can't help but think how much different this October might be. Usually I come into it with a plan, somewhat of a plan, kind of an itinerary of what's gonna take place about when it's going to take place, and I think it's going to show me already on day one that it's going to do what it wants to, and I don't get to choose. So it's going to make it interesting. Did you hear that? I thought I heard something over there. Someone said, like the video, huh? Like the video and subscribe. Follow along, would you? Help my algorithm out. Anyways, oh man, it's gonna be a fun one. Yeah, look at those trees, guys. It wasn't but how many days ago, and it is painting the picture yellow. We don't get much. We get some oranges, a lot of yellows, but my goodness. You know, for having days that are close to 80, our nights are getting too cool. Once it starts shutting down, I think that's all she wrote. Here's the water gap. Well, you know what? It looks pretty dang good right now. I like it. After I came in here and did some work, what was it, 2 days ago? And it is flowing nicely. Look at that, nice and clear all the way through. Perfect. Got to have a good enough flow or it won't freeze on these, 28-degree nights or whatever it is. So that's doing pretty good. I'm pretty excited about that. Looks like we can come up in a couple days and check it out, but good deal. There's nothing worse, guys, than getting up to pasture and finding out that their water's gone, that they don't have any water. It can be, it just makes you sick thinking that, they've been up here for a couple days with no water. So that's why I like to get up here and check pretty often. We don't have the most reliable, water sources. During the summer, they get some of that overflow from the irrigation and they have water everywhere to drink. But late season, there's only 1 or 2 spots. The other being, it was a spring and it's kind of dried up this year being such a drought. And so this is their only water source. If it plugs up or something happens and there's no water that day. And of course, I like to take care of our animals, make sure they're comfortable. So we just got to get up here rather often and check on those things and make sure it's working. But it can be a burden, but it's just a burden you have to take with your animals, is just make sure they're got feed and water, just the basics. So that's what we'll be doing a lot this month, and I'll bring on a couple times for that, but not every time. And then just show you the colors. But it's a beautiful day. Well, guys, looks like we're off to a slow start, and honestly, that's kind of a good thing. You don't want too much excitement too early in the month. It could be real. Hold on a second. It's just the way the camera was. Oh my goodness. Like I said, you don't want too much drama too early in the month. It can be a little too much too soon, if you know what I mean. So thanks for coming along. Day 1, guys. Catch us back out here tomorrow on day 2. Lord knows what we're going to have going on, but we're going to have something going on, and that's just what happens. Got to get ready for winter. Don't let this 70, 80 degree weather fool you. It's coming. It's going to come in like pretty quick, I imagine. But anyway, thanks for coming along, guys. Catch you later.